Hi there, Scorpio. This is the Spirit Warrior with your weekly reading and cards going everywhere. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So after a couple of comments, I've decided to shake things up because a change is as good as a holiday, isn't it? And so today we're doing the last 6 months of 2025. I know we're a little bit late for July, but better late than never, I say. So I'd love to know what you think about the change up, and if you've got any other suggestions how I can improve the channel and build the community. Really love to hear from you. Okay, so the first column will be the first 2 months, so July and August. So we have the Six of Cups and the Temperance card, and then we have the Star card. And we'll just push those down just a little bit. The middle row, of course, will be, and the Judgment card is just flicked over. The middle row will be the middle 2 months, so September, October. So we have Judgment, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This one wants to come out, and so it's the Four of Swords. The third column is the last 2 months of the year, so November and December. It's scary that we're talking about this already, isn't it? So we have the Page of Pentacles. This one wants to come out. That's the High Priestess. And the lucky last is the Queen of Pentacles. We'll draw two more cards, which will be mystery cards, and the first one will be the overarching energy for the reading, and the second one will be the energy for the next 12 months, just to give us a look into the future. And I nearly did it again. I didn't see that, did you? So we have those there, and we'll look at those at the end. So in the next 2 months, we have the Six of Cups, Temperance card, and the Star card. So the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. So you may be thinking about somebody or an event from the past. There's something in your life that you're reflecting on, and you're seeing how this may play forward in the future. The Temperance card is a card of healing. So at this time in the next 2 months, you have the healing energy and the rebalancing and the alchemy of the universe to heal those things that may be festering in your life. So you may feel as though there are areas of your life that are really affecting you negatively, and you want to resolve those issues in your life so that you can feel positive and enthusiastic going forward. So the Temperance card definitely gives you this energy. So it also gives you, as well as healing and rebalancing, so that is healing the pain that we're carrying, rebalancing those energies that are out of sorts. So there may be an imbalance in your life, and that may be giving and receiving. That may be how you handle and receive money. That could be your health situation. So now may be the time to look at that new health regime. And I can tell you at this time that that's where I'm at the moment, that I've committed to improve my well-being in life, because I'm getting to the older side of life, and I think it's important that you really take care of yourself, particularly as you get a little older. There is also the ability to alchemize here. So the angel is pouring the water from one cup to another, and this is changing it from one thing to another. So there is this energy that will enable you to change your life from one thing to another. So in the next 6 months, if you're looking to implement changes in your life, you can use this energy of the Temperance card to alchemize those things that you feel that need to be changed and turn them into something else. The Star card is a card of our dreams and wishes coming true. So this really is an amazing omen for the last 6 months of the year, isn't it? Now you can look forward to the North Star guiding you towards your true destiny, and this will allow you to reap the benefits that you've invested all that time and all that growth and all that energy that you've been putting into yourself. Now it will come to fruition and you'll start to be rewarded for that application and work that you've been putting in on yourself. The Six of Cups is clarified by the Five of Swords. The Strength card clarifies the Temperance card. And the Two of Cups clarifies the Star card. So the Five of Swords is a card of conflict. There's been a battle, a war, an intense argument, a disagreement, a fallout. There's something that has really happened in your life, and you feel as though the only way that you can resolve this situation is to walk away, because this person in the green is not for changing, and they're willing to do anything to win at any cost. And of course, there comes a time when you've got to say, enough is enough. My life is worth more than all the energy that I'm putting into this conflict, and now it's time to walk away and regroup and get ready to battle for another day. So with this card clarifying the Six of Cups, it suggests that maybe in the past there's been this calamitous confrontation in your life. The situation may be that this antagonizer of our life may be wanting to come back. And of course, really the situation says that really you must believe within yourself that this is not a great thing for your life and that you need to be strong. You can see we have the Strength card clarifying the Temperance card, that you need inner strength to say, I don't want you back in my life. And in the strongest words that you can muster, go away. Leave me alone. My life is far better off without you. And the Strength card indeed is that inner fortitude and willpower that you possess. And the universe is saying, if this situation does appear in our life, now is the time to use that inner power to repel and to stand strong and be assertive and put up our boundaries and ensure that this causes no more damage in our life and enable us to move forward and claim our dreams and wishes in the Star card. And the Two of Cups, of course, is the promise of dreams and wishes coming true. So Scorpio, indeed, in the next 6 months, there may be love on the menu. Wow. If you look forward, there aren't really any other love cards, but this really isn't an in-depth reading. This is an overview of the next 6 months. So it's still quite possible that love is in the air. And if you're looking for romance, now is the time to get dressed up and get out there and test the waters, as they say. Now, it could also be that this situation that has come back from the past may be an old relationship, and the universe is saying that certainly you must leave this in the past, and this is the new door to new love that will fulfill your dreams and wishes of that amazing, positive relationship that you truly deserve. Of course, if you're not looking for a romance, the Two of Cups can mean that there's a new partnership, a new friendship, an intensifying of your current relationship, or you could have an improving relationship with yourself. So more self-love and more self-worth. And we can all do with that, can't we? Right. In the middle row, which is September and October, we have the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a card of respite and recovery. So indeed, if there is this reoccurring conflict in your life and you're able to repel it, it may be a time to pause and reflect and regather your energies so that you can move forward in life and embrace the positive energy that is flowing here with the Temperance card, the Strength card, and the Star card, and the Two of Cups. So, there's a lot of good stuff that is flowing forward in this next 6 months here for you, Scorpio. And the Wheel of Fortune says that life is starting to turn in your favour, especially if we look at through this lens here in the first row, isn't it? It's going from difficult times to dreams and wishes. And so now is the time, Scorpio, to get ready to have your dreams and wishes fulfilled and all the amazing possibilities of the universe to flow into your life, because the Judgment card says there is an end of a cycle, and we hope it's this cycle of pain and suffering here in the Five of Swords. And it is also the signal of new beginnings. So now you're rising up from the ashes of this situation, and now you're ready to embrace new beginnings, and you've got all that momentum of the Wheel of Fortune. So Scorpio, in this middle 2 months, there really is an amazing momentum flowing to your life, and you have much to look forward to. The Judgment card is clarified by the Five of Wands. The King of Swords clarifies the Wheel of Fortune. And there you go, the Judgment card clarifies the Four of Swords. So the Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. So these guys aren't actually battling, they're actually jousting, but they're trying to see who's the top dog, like jousters do. So it can mean an argument or a vehement discussion, or of course it can indicate mental confusion. And when these difficult things from the past raise their ugly head, sometimes there's a lot of stuff in our mind that's saying there may be fear-based, and you're worried that you don't have the strength and the willpower within you. Of course, the Strength card definitely says that you do, that you may relent, and that some of those old cues and triggers that this person or situation had start to fire, and that often happens, doesn't it, when we've moved away from something that has really held us back and we want to move forward. There's those old triggers, those old reactions that we've learnt in the past, and they reappear, and you're starting to feel as though you want to react in the old way that you used to. And of course, you need to free yourself from these triggers. And the King of Swords says that you have the wisdom, the knowledge, the mental power, the clarity, and the strength to be decisive and cut through these negative triggers and these negative voices that you're feeling. Of course, this really ties in beautifully with the Strength card as well. So the universe is saying, don't go backwards. Now is the time to move forward and use mental strength and mental clarity from the King of Swords. And the Judgment card reappearing is being quite emphatic and saying, there is the end of a cycle. Let's cut this here. This is the line in the sand, isn't it? There's no going back. Now we're going forward, and that you're rising up and embracing new beginnings in your life. So a really positive phase for you here, Scorpio, especially as you embrace the momentum and energy of the Wheel of Fortune. In the third column, we have the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles can mean there's a message or new information coming into your life. So you need to be aware, have your ears open for any important information flowing your way. Of course, the page is a learned page, so it may also be the time to invest in yourself and read a book, go to a seminar, do a new course, go and see the guru who knows all about the area you're interested in. Now is the time, the universe saying now is the time to invest in yourself. And of course, this is towards the end of the year, so you may be looking forward to 2026, which is a really scary thought, isn't it? And then you may be contemplating that now is the time to go back to school or back to university or college and do some study and improve your life and change your life. The High Priestess is a card of intuition. She allows you to go behind the veil and listen to the voices of the universe, and also to get in touch with your dreams. And so in the last 2 months of the year, you may be almost psychic and have the guidance of the universe available to, particularly if you're looking to make decisions about, going back to university or investing in knowledge in your life. This may be a time that the guidance of the universe can be strong and powerful for you. And the Queen of Pentacles is Queen of prosperity and abundance, and she is a whiz with money. And so it indicates that in the last part of the year that you will feel prosperous and abundance. There will be a flow of money into your life, and you'll know exactly how to use it and manage it and get the most out of it to live the life that you truly desire. The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Wands. The Two of Wands clarifies the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands clarifies the Queen of Pentacles. So this bottom row really is a card of conflict and arguments and situations from the past coming back to haunt us. And the Ten of Wands confirms that this may be a bit of a battle in this first 4 months, that there's a fair bit going on initially, in the moment and then in your mind. But the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, and it confirms that you will more than survive, that you will reign supreme, that you will come out the other end. You may feel a little battered and bruised, but you will make it through this ordeal of life, and that you'll be ready to battle on forward to the future. The Ten of Wands is a card of burden, and so indeed that it confirms there's been some struggles and that life has been a little tough for you, and you haven't really been able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But like the Judgment card, the Ten of Wands confirms it is the end of a cycle. It could be a 10-month cycle or a 10-year cycle, but certainly there's a phase of your life that is coming to an end, and the universe is saying, now is the time to put down the wands of burden, and now is the time to open up your life to a lot more positive energies that are reflected in the first 4 months of this spread. And the Two of Wands is a card of opening up your horizons. So now that you've survived and got to the end of this battle or war, now you're standing on the castle, which is the foundations of your life. You have been able to create quite a bit in your life, which is this wand bolted to the castle here. But now you're looking for more. Now you're looking to create even more amazing things in your life. And you have the power and energy of the wand in your left hand and all the possibilities of the globe in your right hand. And so that kind of ties in beautifully with the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess, doesn't it? Now you're looking to invest in your life, and the High Priestess is giving you the guidance as you view the future forward. So amazing stuff, Scorpio. This 6 months looks like there's a whole lot going on and some really positive stuff as you leave difficult times behind. Now we'll turn over the first mystery card, which is the overarching energy for the reading. And it is the beautiful Empress card. So the Empress is love, joy, happiness. She is the divine feminine, and she is also abundance and fertility. So she is an amazing promise for you for the next 6 months. It says that life is definitely improving and your life will be filled with the things that bring joy to your heart. And that is a beautiful thing. The Empress. So these two cards have just come out, so we've got to do that. The Empress is clarified by the Six of Pentacles and the Chariot card. So the Six of Pentacles is another card of rebalancing, but particularly in relation to this reading, I feel it's all about giving and receiving. That indeed, in times gone past, that you've overgiven and that you've committed too much to yourself, and maybe you've been over loyal in this situation, and even though if this was a relationship that you've been treated badly, even in a work situation or a friendship, if you've been over loyal and you've allowed people to take advantage of yourself, the universe is saying now is the time to change that situation. Now is the time to build boundaries around yourself, and now is the time to rebalance your life and give it more equilibrium. And this certainly is an important thing to do. And the Chariot card says that your life is full of momentum and you are ready to drive it forward to success and victory. And this is a great omen for you, isn't it, Scorpio? That you're healing, that you're rebalancing. There's love and joy and prosperity flowing into your life. And the Chariot card says this 6 months will be a success and you will experience victory, which is amazing. Good stuff. The last card is the energies for the next 12 months. Oh, oh dear, Scorpio. I don't know what to say. Oh dear. Oh, let me think for a moment. So, I think this is a warning. I think this card is a warning, isn't it? That this whole 6 months is balanced on whether you repel this situation or you fall back into the clutches of this situation. There is a moment here, so the Five of Wands says there's a whole lot of mental confusion and you may be challenged. And the Nine of Wands says that it will take perseverance and resilience to move past this situation. And the universe is really saying that the next 12 months is hinging on this Five of Swords moment of this situation with this person, because sometimes these people in situations don't take no for an answer and they keep coming back because they see you as the honeypot, that you've been their little plaything and that they've pulled the energy out of you and they've made you dance to their tune and they want it back. They don't want to leave it. They don't like you being strong and resilient and powerful. And, they say narcissists love bomb and in my relationship when we were courting, if that's what you call it, when we were dating, my ex-partner certainly love bombed me. And you need to be aware that people who've exerted power over you in the past may resort to love bombing and saying, I still love you, or it's still a great friendship, or forgive me of how I've treated you in the workplace. I didn't really mean it. And, there'll be gifts and promises and all sorts of stuff. But the universe is being fairly emphatic here, isn't it? It's saying, don't fall for this trick. This is a trap. This trick is a trap. And that you need to exert the willpower of the Strength card, and you need to be decisive with the King of Swords, and you do need to repel these situations and consign it to the dustbin of life and move on. I think that's what it's all about, Scorpio. We will clarify this card and we'll see what happens. And it's the Three of Swords. Oh dear. So indeed, the universe is saying this is a trap. There's only one thing that can come out of this circumstance, and that's pain, suffering, and loss. And you don't want that anymore in your life. You've had that served up in spades. And now is the time the Empress time. Now is the time for love, joy, and happiness. Now is the time for rebalancing. And now is the time for victory, Scorpio. Now is the time for success. And I think you're truly deserving of that. Well, that was some reading, wasn't it? Let me know in the comments if you like this style of reading. If you want to see me change it up a bit more, if you've got any ideas of how I can do that, I'd really love to hear from you. I send you much love, joy, peace, and happiness. And this is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.